Hello everyone, hope you are well on this Tuesday. It is November the 12th, and I have several things to cover. The Trump team is taking shape, or at least on the way to taking shape. I'll go over that. We have some, CNN is about to throw down on the axe. It already is. There's a lot of layoffs going on there, including some they say is probably going to be some big names. I'll go into that a little bit. And also the left, I believe, and from what I'm hearing and from some of you as well and reading out there, the left, the anger is increasing. The anger is rising. The reality has set in on them that they aren't in charge. And this election was a referendum on the wokeism, the lunatic fringe side on that side, and the elitism. It was a referendum on that, and the people said no, you don't get to do this to us anymore. We're not going to take it. We say no to this. We reject this. And so that is setting in on them, and they're not taking it well. And I think that's going to continue to rise, and I'm going to speak to that just a little bit as well. I also have a terrific passage that I will share with you as well here. I'm in the RAV4 today. My truck, the old Toyota truck, is in the shop for some much needed maintenance. All of it was just regular maintenance stuff, and it's not cheap to get it done. I shuddered a little bit at the price, but the price of a new car, even used cars, trucks especially, y'all, is horrifying. It's completely horrifying. I do not know how people are buying new vehicles right now. I don't know. I mean, I think, and when I see a lot of them out here, and I just have to wonder, how are they doing it? Are they leasing? Are they just signing up for this stuff? And I don't know. I have a feeling that a lot of this is keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing, and victims of the FOMO, the fear of missing out. I believe that's still in play. I'm to the point now to where, I love to have a truck, and mine's old, and I'll probably never get rid of it. I just keep getting it repaired as much as I can, as long as I can. We don't use it heavily. This is our main horse, the RAV, and it's been great. It's been great. I need to do a video on this one. It's been awesome. Anyway, on to the topics. I could talk about cars. If I didn't do videos on this stuff, y'all, I'd probably do videos on cars and all trucks all the time. Y'all don't want to see that, I know. You're not here for that. So bear with me. The Trump team is taking shape. UN, and this is not in order that they went down, but Ambassador to the United Nations, Elise Stefanik. The border czar, as I mentioned yesterday, Tom Homan. Awesome, man. That's probably my favorite pick so far. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I was a little surprised at that. I mean, what do y'all think about that one? Ambassador to Israel. I saw today Mike Huckabee, the former Arkansas governor. I love him. We like Mike Huckabee. Awesome. The dad of Sarah Huckabee, the current governor of Arkansas. Awesome pick. Susie Wiles, of course, is the White House Chief of Staff. The United States EPA Administrator, Lee Zeldin. Not really familiar with him. Stephen Miller looks like the Deputy Chief of Staff of Policy. And some of these others were either, I don't know if I don't think they're confirmed, but these are the people that are being named that could fill these spots. Is Stephen Miller, Deputy Chief of Staff. Well, I said Stephen Miller, Deputy Chief of Staff of Policy. Elon Musk, Government Efficiency Chief. I'd have him somewhere on the team. I really would. Mike Waltz looks like could be the National Security Chief Advisor. Homeland Security Secretary looks like Kristi Noem, who's the South Dakota governor. And some others that look like they could be taking place is Health and Human Services. Looks like Ben Carson could be that one, which you can't go wrong with him. And let's see, Senior Health Advisor, looks like that could be RFK. Yeah, I would have that dude somewhere in there. I like Ben Carson and RFK a lot. CIA Director, looks like that could be a guy named Kash Patel. Not familiar with that one. Not familiar. Anyway. But it looks like Trump is being very careful. He's learned a lot from his first term, where he picked these guys and ladies, and they just, they either turned on him or didn't have, just didn't do what he wanted, or, didn't have the country's best interest at heart. CNN looks like it's about to swing the axe. It's already laid off hundreds, various positions. This is coming after a dismal election. Ratings, yeah, I guess so. I believe all the big, gigantic cable stations are in trouble, especially the ones like CNN, MSNBC, Fox. Looks like they're still pretty strong, but people are moving to people they want to listen to, including just independent people, independent journalists and reporters. So, but anyway, back to CNN. Layoffs are happening. It is reported that some top stars could be axed as well. That includes, and could be including, Anderson Cooper. So that dude makes $20 million a year, y'all. That's crazy. That's insane. Anderson Cooper, Aaron Burnett, Caitlin Collins, and they all need to go. Out of here. Out of here. It's said that Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper have been denied raises, and they could be out. They could be out, but at the very least, denied raises. Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper. Anderson Cooper, Aaron Burnett, man, they need to go. They need to get out of there. I'm sure CNN is looking at the ratings like, dang, we need to do something here. We need to do something different. We're getting hit hard here. Chris Wallace, CNN, he gone. He's gone. He left. They might have told him to leave. I don't know. Also, MSNBC, their election ratings tanked big time. Well, I guess so. Not surprising right there. Again, the election was in large part a referendum on the last 4 years. The elite, the establishment, Anger is building, y'all. The anger. I hear from y'all. I hear from different folks. I see stories in the news. There was an interesting one I ran across. A restaurant in Illinois, Wheaton, Illinois, called this restaurant is called The Movable Feast. I think that was a book, wasn't it? Anyway, in Illinois, they decided to, after the election, they hung a little sign in front of their restaurant over there, the awning, Trump, in support of Trump and Christian values. Their business said they reported that their business has increased by 50% since putting that sign out there. This is in Illinois. That's pretty cool. But they're also getting attacked big time, mostly online. They're getting threats. They're getting threatening and harassing messages and reviews online, threats that they're going to be reported for this and that, and health ridiculous stuff. But it said that they've received over 300 threatening and harassing messages and reviews online. Crazy stuff. I mean, I'm just, if the thing is, it's trickling down to everyday folks, everyday encounters. If you are going to display Trump stuff, which, hey, I'm not saying you can't do it, display it all. Wear your hat, keep the flag out there, keep the yard sign. Hey, do it. Just be alert. Just be alert, because these folks are unhinged, and a lot of them can't handle it. what we used to do is just be an adult. And when you lose, and this is what we would have done if we would have lost, we'd have grumbled. Yeah, we'd be grumbling and we would be highly pissed. And yeah, but you know what are you going to do? The next day you go back to work and you persevere. That's what you do. You are an adult. These folks can't do that. Cutting their hair. I mean, it's painting themselves. I've seen all kind of crazy stuff, but some of it's just pure entertainment, y'all. I have to admit, it's just pure entertainment. And then after a while, I watched it several times, and after a while, I'm like, dang, what went wrong in this person's life, you know? But anyway, their anger has unbalanced them, and I believe that's going to keep rising, especially as we get closer to January when Trump takes office. He's inaugurated, takes the oath. They're going to lose it, I believe. I really do. They're planning this big march 2 days before the inauguration. Their intolerance is increasing and will continue to increase. That's my prediction. So let's just be alert. Let's be alert. Not a cause to panic or be super alarmed, but let's just be watchful and let's just keep our awareness up, not letting our guard down. Let's keep our preps up, you know. Let's keep working at what we do, and just be aware. Be aware of our surroundings. You know, the crime didn't go away overnight just because of an election. That's still there. It will always be there. So just a reminder to keep alert and be aware of things, situations, people around us, especially inside buildings. You know, just keep kind of an awareness of the temperature, what's going on in there. You know, so if it doesn't feel right, if your gut is on alert, you know, trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, leave, go the other way. You know, trust that. You know. All right, I'm gonna go to a passage. I can get to it. Here we go. It's starting to get dark. That time of the year. Do I have lights in this? I got lights in this. Turn on some lighting. All right. I'm in Matthew chapter 25. Mrs. Dawg was like, Matthew chapter 25. We ain't spent any time in that in a while. But yeah, Matthew chapter 25 has a lot of good stuff, y'all. I'm going to start in verse 31. All right, so bear with me. The judgment of the Gentiles. But when the Son of Man comes, his glory and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne, and all the nations will be gathered before him. And he will separate them from one another, as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will put the sheep on his right, and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, Come, you who are blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, and thirsty and give you drink? And when would we see you a stranger and invite you in? When were you naked and clothe you? And when he did, and when he did, we see you. When did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? And the king will answer and say to them, Truly I say to you, to the extent that you did it to one of these brothers of mine, even the least of them, you did it for me. Amen. I'll cover the next part tomorrow or soon. But let's keep that in mind. You know, what are we doing out here? I mean, are we... when we can't, it doesn't mean you gotta open up your house and let Mary Jane and the whole neighborhood in and live. It can be something small. It can be encouragement. It can be helping a person out in a time of difficulty. Go visit somebody that's sick. especially your families, your friends, take them something to eat. What can we do? How can we support somebody? That is something we can do. Something that's doable. Okay. And a cop drove by looking at me, but he didn't pull in over here, so I'm staying right now. I'm almost done. So anyway, always being alert, But let's keep that in mind, and let's stay close to him. Let's stay close to Jesus. All right. Share your thoughts on these things. Let's be safe out there. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.